なんでここに。
もうお腹いっぱいですってば。でもおかわり。
妹よ、お前もかって。普通の妹って兄のベッドに入り込むものか。
So this was one of those episodes of Black Summoner that I felt like a lot happened, but at the same time, not a lot happened. So tell me if you guys kind of like feel that same way. Like, so I really liked this episode quite a bit. I thought it was a very, very cute episode. From the way that the episode started with Kelvin waking up next to Sarah, then seeing Melfina cuddle next to him, and then seeing RION kind of like on his abdomen area, just kind of like chilling out, basically surrounded by all of his party members, right? And I'm glad that Kelvin, at least at this point, is looking at RION as like his true little sister, you know, really trying to be like that older brotherly vibe and really just kind of like take care of her. Because, you know, we don't know for sure because of his whole memory situation, but we don't know if maybe his affinity towards RION is because maybe in his past life he had a younger sister. So he kind of, I don't want to say sees that person in her, but something kind of like deep down, you know, in his soul, the thing that's like unchanging regardless of memory, you know, maybe he has like those feelings to kind of like be a protector and caretaker, you know, towards RION, which is really cool. And then, you know, the rest of the episode kind of picks up with doing something that I really, really loved, which was just kind of giving us like a backstory, or I guess like a progress report or progression report for RION, and it really showed us like her going through the motions. So originally, you know, Kelvin's out there. He's out there inside of the dungeon. He brings the maids with him. He brings the two maids with him. He wants them to level up. That way they have the ability to be able to not only protect themselves, but protect his home, protect the mansion. And at the end of the day, he has golems on station, you know, at the mansion gates. But if those fail, you know, he needs to make sure that the people surrounding him are able to protect themselves, protect each other, and, you know, protect him if necessary, right? So he takes them all out into the dungeon, and he uses a special skill that he inherited from Pokemon called XP share, and he basically shares his XP. So as Sarah, Gerard, and Clotho take on the dungeon, and they basically just yeet and delete every single monster inside of the dungeon, he's able to pass that XP over to the maids. Then we also discovered, you know, our new friend Alex, which gives me some Ringo vibes, you know, Ringo gives me some Ranga vibes from Slime. And, that is now a wolf friend. So he basically got his little sister a dog. He's like, yo, you like dogs? She's like, I don't know. Maybe I like dogs. So he got his little sister a dog. And, you know, now she has a partner in crime to go and take on her heroly duties. And because the dog, the wolf, because the wolf is now part of his entourage, his party, just like RION is, she will be able to, or the dog will be able to get XP from that as well. So along with RION leveling up, the dog will level up too, which I think is really, really cool. Then we got that whole entire cutscene of her, you know, going through the motions, you know, training with Grandpa Gerard, going through watching the sunset, spending time with Alex, and ending up in bed, you know, cuddled up next to her new little dog Alex. And then we get Melfina and Kelvin looking at her, you know, being like, oh, she's so cute and stuff. So I really loved how the episode, you know, kind of took us through RION's progression and her level upness and her time in this world. Even though it was very quick, maybe like a 30 or 60 second little montage, I actually really appreciated it because it just kind of showed us that, okay, they've been, you know, she's been in this world now for a little bit of time. You know, I don't know, let's say a few weeks, maybe a month, maybe a little bit more have passed. So she's been, you know, in this world now for a few weeks, and it kind of showed us, you know, her progression living in this true fantasy world, as she keeps calling it, which I thought was really, really dope. Then the rest of the episode took us to Trycen. And, well, okay, right before we get to Trycen, we also have to recognize that Kelvin's going to be taking on the S-Class S-class, S-rank test pretty soon here. And, that's going to be done by, the old man. So he's going to be taking the S-rank test pretty soon here. And we all recognized him, and everybody recognized him, including the people who were trying to... Well, how do you say it? They were trying to go maybe kill him, assassinate him. The people who were on his premises, the ones who were invading his premises to try and get revenge here for Christopher, which he'd annihilated. They recognized that, hey, okay, it wasn't the heroes that defeated this dude. It was actually you. And we recognized our boy Kelvin as a monster, which I thought was pretty cool too. Then we get to the area, and this is where like the Trycen stuff happened, which I thought was pretty cool. Essentially, long story short, is they want to take over the nation, the surrounding nations, to basically inhabit this country. So, kind of the way I look at it is think of like Europe, how we have like Germany, France, all these different countries, very smaller countries surrounding each other. And they want to basically take over the continent. So that's essentially what they want to do. They want to be the Germany of this continent, and they want to take it over. And it seems that was always in the plan. But now, because of the things that happened, with Trycen, they're going to use this as an opportunity to wage war on these other countries. So that just kind of gives us some foreshadowing, as Kelvin will probably be the savior to stop them. In some way, shape, or form, I think in the future. Or he might even save RION. He might even have RION be the savior, be the hero for that. So I think it's just some cool foreshadowing. Trycen seems pretty crazy. We got to meet this General Clive person who seems like he seems kind of like an Alexander the Great type person, if you know what I mean. And very interesting indeed. So decent episode. Not a whole lot happened, but at the same time, a lot happened. Some good foreshadowing, but definitely some good RION fan service in a warm, non-trashy way, like a very warm-hearted way. Some good fan service there. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments below. And my friends, I'll see you guys next weekend. Peace.